Hey everyone, thanks so much for joining me today. Uh, my name is Emiliano Pena, and today I'm going to walk you through a quick overview of who I am, my experience and accomplishments, the skills I bring, and how I see myself growing in a role like this. I'll also share some insights I've gained about marketing, especially from both school and real world experience, and then go into my long term goals and the strategy I'd bring to a team like BrandSpark. At the end, I'll leave some time for a couple of questions as well. Now, all about me, I'm currently a marketing major and I also work as a personal banker at Wells Fargo, where I work directly with clients every day. On a typical day, I'm helping customers with things like opening accounts, answering financial questions, and helping them choose products that fit their situation. Now, what I've noticed from that experience is that people don't always make decisions based purely on logic. A lot of it comes down to how things are explained and whether the customer trusts me or not. For example, two people can present the same information, but the way that is communicated can completely change the outcome. That's what really got me interested in marketing because I started realizing how important messaging, positioning, and understanding people actually is. So now I'm focused on building skills in branding, strategy, and growth. Now, for my accomplishments, in my role as a personal banker, one of my biggest accomplishments has been building strong relationships with clients and helping them find solutions that actually fit their needs. For example, there are times when customers come in unsure of what they need, and it's my job to ask the right questions and guide them toward the best option. That's helped me develop confidence in communication and problem solving, especially since every situation is just a little bit different. Now, outside of work, I've also worked on marketing projects like Stoic Fitness and Noir Air. In those projects, I focus on identifying the target audience and thinking through how messaging and positioning could be improved to better connect with them. And overall, balancing both school and work has helped me stay disciplined and consistent, which I think is one of my biggest strengths. Now, moving on to my skills, one of the biggest strengths I have is understanding people and being able to communicate in a way that actually connects with them. Working in banking has really helped with that, especially when it comes to building trust and guiding decisions. I've also developed skills in sales and persuasion, which I think directly translate into marketing because marketing is really about influencing customer decisions. In addition to that, I've worked with content strategy and have a strong understanding of how social media plays a role in branding and engagement. I'm also continuing to build my skills in analytics and tools like Google Analytics so I can better understand what's working and make more data driven decisions. Moving on to challenges, one that I would like to address is that I'm still early in my marketing career, and most of my experience so far has been in banking rather than a marketing agency. But I actually see that as something positive because it gives me a different perspective. Because I've worked directly with customers, I've been able to see how people think, what they respond to, and what builds trust. That's something I think is really valuable in marketing, especially when it comes to creating messaging that actually connects. Right now, I'm focused on continuing to build my marketing experience, improving my technical skills, and working on more projects so I can keep developing quickly. One of the biggest things that I've learned is that marketing really comes down to understanding people. From working with clients, I've seen that trust plays a huge role in decision making because if someone doesn't trust the message or the person delivering it, they're much less likely to take action. I've also learned that it's not about just posting more content, it's about having the right message and delivering it in a way that actually connects with your audience. And overall, the best results come from combining both creativity and data, not just relying on one or the other. Now, moving towards my vision and goals, in the short term, my goal is to gain more hands on experience in marketing and get comfortable executing campaigns in a real world environment. In the midterm, I want to build strong skills in both strategy and analytics so I can understand not just what works, but why it works. And long term, I want to be someone who can help brands grow and scale by combining creativity, strategy, and data. I also want to continue developing my skills that give me flexibility in my career and allow me to take on different opportunities in the future. Now, I see a role like this as a really strong step in that direction because it will give me exposure to real campaigns and a team environment. Now, with my strategy, my approach is to take the experience I already have working directly with people and applying that to marketing. I focus on learning quickly, taking initiative instead of waiting to be told what to do, and always trying to improve. I also focus on results instead of just activity, so understanding what's actually working is really important to me. At the same time, I try to stay adaptable and keep up with trends so I can bring in new ideas and not just rinse and repeat what's already being done. Overall, I want to bring a mindset of growth, curiosity, and consistency. Now, I'd love to ask a few questions, starting with what does success look like for someone in this role? What types of campaigns are most important for your team right now? And lastly, how do you typically measure performance and growth? Okay, that's everything. Thanks so much for your time.